Okay, I'm here with the Rolands. We just finished their first game of A Game of Thrones. Phil was playing Baratheon, and Angela was playing Stark, and I was playing against them with Lannister, of course. Give us your yeah. Give us your initial thoughts.
That's good. It's fun. I don't like Lannister at all. I don't like the fact that I got steamrolled by both sides of the board, but that happens.
Yeah, it does happen.
I wasn't supported by my wife.
Hey, it's A Game of Thrones. Angela,
What?
did you think?
It was good.
Uh huh.
I don't really know what to say there.
Well, how was it playing against your husband and having because there were all kinds of times when we were playing where it was like, well, I could attack Robert, but it really wouldn't do me much good, so I'm going to attack Philip.
Well, it's also that I'm the type of person that would just rather attack the person who's doing really well.
Okay.
So I really wanted to attack you, but I couldn't because it just wouldn't have any effect. So it was that I didn't want to pick on the underdog because that just seemed pointless.
Okay.
But didn't have a choice, so that was frustrating.
Um,
I'm sorry.
and what'd you think about because I mean it was your first game. What'd you think about how the plots interact with the flow of the game and how they interact with each other? Because there's that one occasion where we had my plot come out, something truce or whatever, where you have to pay 2 gold to attack with military, and then Angela's was everybody can do 2 military challenges, and then Philip, you played a plot that blanked them out.
Yeah, well, only Army can do military.
Yeah,
challenges.
only Army
That
can do
one-
military
that's what that
challenges.
one was,
That's
yeah.
right. And then you blanked them both out.
There was another time that I blanked him out. It was
No,
a little bit
Yeah.
different.
but yeah,
But they interacted in some interesting ways.
And do you think that there's like a meta there in terms of anticipating what your opponent might do and all that kind of stuff, or do you think it's too complex and nuanced to really?
There's definitely potential for meta there, but
Yeah.
it's just there's obviously so many plots and you have no idea what your opponent's plot deck. I mean, if you made it through the plot deck once, then you could say, okay, I know they got this idea, or if you just know your opponent.
Yeah.
But I think that it's probably hard to predict unless you see what they're doing. Then you can maybe keep it in there in reserve just in case you think, okay, I think they're going to pop this here, but I wouldn't. I don't think you predict it very well.
Yeah. And what do you think for both of you the strengths, weaknesses, favorite part, least favorite part of the game was?
I already gave my least favorite part.
Well, other than Lannister, like the game as a whole, what would you say?
I thought it was good. The biggest problem I had with Baratheon was lack of getting the resourcing going, which more probably a fault of the deck or of the draw of the hand than really the game.
Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed the titles and the way those things interacted. So
Cool. Angela?
It was. It was good, I guess. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I felt like it was unbalanced, just because you were able to do a lot more power plays than we were, and obviously the power is what makes you win.
Right.
So it kind of felt like we were just treading water, waiting for you to win.
Yeah.
But that was also because it was our first time.
Well,
so.
also, I really didn't realize this until we were like on our 5th plot of 7, but Tim has an agenda for House Stark that lets you gain 2 power every time you win a military challenge.
That would have been useful.
It would, and that's usually how Tim wins in a pinch. It's not that he like runs my forces into the ground, but he's just claiming power left and right.
Is that when you win on either side, or only when you're attacking?
Either side. It just says when you win. But the trade-off is that's the only way you can claim power.
Okay.
So you only by winning military. But as we saw, when Angela can have a 43 strength military challenge and she's not tapping to do it, it's
pretty easy to win the military challenges.
Yeah.
But then in the end, pretty useless too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what'd you think of your agenda, Phil?
It was pretty interesting.
Show us what you got.
Knights of the Realm.
Mm-hmm.
If I have more knights, I draw an extra card. If I have fewer knights than anybody else, I draw one fewer card.
Nice.
So I did get extra card draws out of that most of the game, but I didn't have the resourcing to make use of them. So I had all these cards that couldn't do anything with, and then intrigue challenges from Lannister pretty much wiped them out.
Sorry. Well, I can't. I'm playing Lannister. If I start feeling guilty as Lannister, I'm doing a disservice to the house. And going forward, you decided to throw in with Baratheon earlier in the week, Phil. Do you think there's enough there for you to stick with him?
I'm
You gonna look around?
I'm still looking through cards. I have no idea if there's enough, but I'm sure there probably is. Just having seen what I've already seen in the deck you had built, and seeing some of these other cards, I'm pretty sure I can find something I can work with.
Nice.
So
And Angela, would you play Stark again, or maybe this Greyjoy deck we have over here?
I mean, I'd probably try Stark again. I mean,
Awesome.
Since
And
I already know what they
Try
are.
that agenda, and I take full responsibility for not pointing that out. But yeah, I think that would make a world of difference. And in fact, Tim was playing a couple games against Zach earlier in the week, and for some reason they both have awesome agendas, and neither one of them were using it. Steven and I saw that, and we're like, what is wrong with you guys? You have these fantastic agendas, and as soon as they put them in, it made all the difference in the world. So you'll probably be whooping up on even Lannister and my few games experience ahead of you.
yeah, we're gonna have to pick
That's
up
fine.
a copy of the game after you take this back to
That's
Team
right.
Covenant Central. We're gonna have to find out how to get our hands on our own so we can keep playing.
Well, they're in the store.
Man.
All right, well, thanks for sitting down with us, and we'll see how these next few games play out for us.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
And here, you win.
Just remember, whatever you say here is.
Okay, so we just wrapped up the second game, and I'm the only one who's happy about it. So I guess we can deduce that I won,
Yep.
sadly. Lannister. Nobody likes it when Lannister
Philip handed
wins.
it to him.
Yes, apparently
Philip said, I
handed
don't
you
want
the
Robert
win.
to win, but here you go, Robert. Why don't you win?
You actually did say that. You likened yourself being like my Tim or
Yes,
whatever.
yes, I'm the Tim to your Zach. Your
Exactly.
losing is my win.
Exactly.
But
So
I
you
failed to accomplish my
you
goal.
lost twice as bad because not only did your objective fail, but I also won the game.
Yes, it was a double whammy.
Yeah. So, but
And it was his fault.
it was.
It was completely my fault because I let you go first. I intentionally chose you to go first instead of choosing Angela to go first.
Yeah.
Or even yourself. Yourself would have been fine.
Yeah, but I needed him to kneel all his characters before I could do it.
But that's the thing is that I have way more characters, so I can continually attack you.
You do, but I still managed to come out victorious even when you were attacking me.
Well, because of an event. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have contributed another character to that, and it would have been irrelevant.
You didn't.
True. True. However, that's over and done with.
Yeah.
Any new thoughts, assessments, whatnot?
I need to cut the fluff out of this deck.
Yes.
That's one.
Now you did make some changes between
I
the first
did.
game and this one.
I did make some changes, and there were significant improvements. Some of the characters I put in actually did really well until they got unfair attachments from Lannister.
Yeah. Okay, tell them about that attachment.
Slander and lies. Basically, Robert takes power from my characters and uses it like gold.
Yes. So
Which is really nasty because I have characters with renown and I like to have power on them, and then he just basically says, you don't want to do that anymore, or, if you keep doing that, it's fine, I'll just spend it anyway.
now the unintended consequence for that for me was that I played one on you and Angela during that game, and it made it so that you guys didn't even want to use those characters, so much so that you wanted to kill them off
Yes,
rather
we just-
than
we
even
just
have
wanted to
them
let
on the board.
die. The first opportunity we had to let them get killed in a military challenge or in a deadly combat is just whatever, they're gone.
I did not expect that. I mean, it was nice because the characters I put them on, I did not like.
Well, I mean, you've already got enough gold coming in. We're not going to hand you a free gold point or two just because, like, oh, look, Robert can steal our power and use it for money. No, I have to find a way to get rid of attachments.
And that other attachment I can pair it with
yes, where all power that would go to the house
goes on to that
goes on to
character.
this
Luckily, it was not pulled out this
Yes, I didn't get one of those, but anyway.
But you got two of the other.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
Now, Angelo, any thoughts about Stark with that agenda now?
It definitely makes a big difference. 'Cause
Yeah.
all of the power that I got was from that. If
And-
I hadn't had that, I would maybe have 3 right now from dominance. a
And
couple
yeah,
times.
if you
That was
had,
it.
if the initiative or first player had been assigned differently on that last turn, you would have won.
Right.
Yeah, if I'd chosen anybody else for first player, she would have won. Just
Because I was basically getting 3 to 4 every time because I had a character with every time I won, which was like every time.
Yeah.
just
Um,
nobody can stand up against that
Because I
large
had the
military.
character with renown, and then if I went unopposed, then that was 4 automatically.
Yeah.
That was nice.
So, enjoying it more? Are we
yeah,
growing
it's-
in love with the game, or?
It's good. I've got to figure out these cards.
Yeah. Next step is plot.
Mm-hmm.
Angela, you were commenting about plot.
Yes.
Yeah, this last game.
Well, because, yes, the gold is very important, and my flats don't have a lot of gold.
Yeah, well, your deck is relying on Rob Stark to get the free armies out,
Right,
which didn't happen because I had my king out, so they kind of nullified each other's abilities.
Well, and
Tim, we
that
have
was-
comments about your.
That
about
was
your
true
deck.
this game. You had a king out, and that's why I couldn't do it. Last game, I didn't even get him in towards the end of the game.
Yeah,
And then right after that, you pulled out your king. So
Mhm.
both times it was kind of useless.
well, there you have it. Maybe we'll get in another game tomorrow or whatnot, and we'll see if there are more changes to these decks, and
There,
if that
there will be, yes.
hopefully will change the outcome, because I don't like it that I'm associated with my house, really, because I like playing Lannister for the mechanics and kind of the flavor, but everybody's like, oh, Robert, dirty Lannisters, so... Well.
Too much gold income. That's what
Yeah.
it is. It's all the stealing. Anyway, yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are, day later. We've played 2 more games,
Mhm.
in which, complete reversal from last night, I have won neither.
In fact, the second one you didn't even have any power.
That's right, because it was taken from me. But you won 1, Phil. Angela won 1, and quickly we were.
Yeah.
This was our third plot.
Yeah, third plot this time. Last time we went to
4.
I think.
Yeah, I think 4th plot. So fairly quick games. Thoughts? Anything that you've picked up or want to comment on since all that?
Tweaking the deck helped so much.
Yeah.
It went from being where I basically floundered around and did nothing to where I'm blitzing and getting. Let's say I went from 1 power to 10. I got 9 power in a single turn,
Yeah.
and I could have gotten more if you'd had more for me to steal,
Right.
or if I could have challenged Angela, which I couldn't.
Sure.
But yeah, so it's very nice having the right cards in the deck.
Mm-hmm. Angela, what do you think?
Changing my plots helped because it gave me a lot more money. And not having Robert's attachments come out at the very beginning of the game helped a lot.
Spending all your
Not having the nasty
Power.
Lannister tricks come out and
Right.
torment us.
and I will say also what helped you guys was teaming up on me a lot better than you did last night.
It's true.
You guys
We
were
didn't do much this game though.
yeah, not this last
I mean,
one, the
I
third
don't-
one.
Yeah, we didn't try to team up on you so much as it just kind of happened naturally because you were
No,
the target.
yeah, how nice. But we commented on this a few weeks back. We asked the question whether or not agendas help set the meta, and we were kind of uncertain. But after seeing these last 2 games, especially,
Yes.
I can't help but say that if you're not running a good agenda, you're running a bad deck.
The
Yeah, I
agenda.
think your agenda made a big difference
Yeah,
in you.
the agenda change for me lets me make an additional power challenge, and with Sir Courtney Penrose.
Yeah, hold him up so we can see.
who's able to.
He is awesome in your deck.
Yeah, he just keeps
He's
popping.
fantastic.
I can get 3 different power challenges in 1 turn, and
Mm-hmm.
he's really hard to stop on that. So I'm getting 3 different challenges, stealing power from you 3 different times,
And
then at the end
that's
of
how you
that-
won last
Yeah.
game, just 3 in a row.
3 in a row, and then I'm increasing my claim value, so I'm getting 2 from you each time, and then if you don't oppose, I'm getting even more, and
Yeah.
and then at the end of all of that, he's still standing, so I can
Defend,
against
yeah.
a military attack.
And then if you win there, he can stand again.
he
Yeah,
just keeps
Vigilant
standing.
is
Yeah,
strong.
It's amazing how powerful that is.
Yeah. And Angela, yours undoubtedly made a difference, especially this last game. 2 attacks. You probably would you have been able to win last turn on the second plot?
Yeah, if I'd been able to do
pay
it
for the-
again, yeah.
Okay, so
But Robert's plot blocked me on that.
Yeah.
So I had to pay for another attack.
that's right. So again, these agendas, I don't know. I think it's a foregone conclusion, but then again, I've only been playing for about a month or 2 or 3
Do you
or
have
whatever.
agenda envy?
I do. I have a good one coming in my deluxe expansion, but until then, I feel like I'm definitely behind the power curve.
Yeah,
Which
which is ironic considering that you completely steamrolled us the first 2 games.
well, yeah. I mean, that's
We
just
had
because you guys
nothing.
were
Yeah,
inexperienced.
and then all of a sudden we got our agendas, and it's just
Yeah.
completely reversed.
Yeah.
So I'd say there's definitely a factor there
Mhm.
to be evaluated.
Well, anything you want to say to people who might be looking at this game, picking it up, that kind of thing?
Give it a try. It's not that hard to pick up once you get going, and it's a lot more fun and casual than many other games like this.
Awesome.
I mean, I didn't even have to get much advice anymore.
It's
Like, I
true.
did the first game and that was it.
I mean, with Monster Apocalypse, you end up needing a
He
little bit
plays
of help.
half the game
Yeah.
for me in Monster Apocalypse.
Yeah, whereas with this, it's
Which means he always beats himself because he doesn't ever win.
yeah.
Solitaire chess.
But I mean, with this, like after the first game, you weren't asking anybody what to do. You just were doing it. And you were doing well. Well, after the third game, you were doing really well.
Well, thanks for much in sitting down to play this game with us, and hopefully we'll have some more videos coming from you too in the future and seeing how you grow and develop in A Game of Thrones.
Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks so much.